We realized it was a Tahoe and it said Denton Police. And we were still going about 100 miles per hour at this time. So me and my friend Travis, we've known each other for a good, I want to say 12 years. He's my best friend. So he comes from a wealthy background, and his first car was a 2006 Pontiac GTO. Not crazy fast, but not slow either, especially for a high school student. We were both in high school at the time. But it was all stock, and it was even automatic. This was the LS2, had 400 horsepower, 400 torque from the factory. And on paper it said they were slower, but pretty good highway car, pretty good roll race car for what it was. It definitely rolled good against some other cars out there, even some modified Camaros. Our local 8th mile was called North Star Dragway, and it was up an interstate highway a good ways from where we lived. We were headed to North Star Dragway that night, and we had our friend Mark in this Mustang. We decided to test our cars against each other on the highway. So we would do some pulls on the highway, and we'd end up going 140, 150 miles per hour at the end of these pulls and slow down. Mark was persistent in trying to win. The GTO got him every time. Mark was persistent in trying to win, so he would want to do another pull, so we'd do it again. On the last pull, Travis, he just decided to show Mark, like, hey, you're not going to win any of these. So he just kept going. I think Mark ended up backing off, or maybe his car just didn't have it in it above 145. Travis and I, we took it all the way out to 167 miles per hour. A little bit further down the road, it was just us two cruising, and we were cruising, good cruising speed, about 100 miles per hour. And there was about a car length distance in between us. The Mustang was in front and the GTO was in the back. So it was a pretty close distance. Travis and I, we see this truck speeding up behind us. We thought maybe it was another person just wanting to play, wanting to have some fun on the highway. Quickly we found out that wasn't the case, because the truck came up beside us, pulled in between us with very little room. Like I said, it was a car length distance before this happened. We realized it was a Tahoe and it said Denton Police. And we were still going about 100 miles per hour at this time. So that definitely strikes some fear into your heart. The police officer proceeded to try and pull Mark over, and he started pulling him over. And then he started slowing down, and we thought he was just trying to pull us both over to get, like a street racing ticket. He got up beside Travis and started slowing down. We were doing about 30 on the highway. On an interstate, the speed limit's probably 70 miles per hour, but Travis did not want the officer to get behind him to pull him over or see his plate. So we get down to about that speed, and I guess the officer had enough. He could call his buddies, or he had other plans. So he just pulled Mark over. Travis hits it, and we go, and we're just going for it, because obviously, we want to get out of there. Bad situation. We thought he had buddies on the way. What are police going to be thinking with souped up cars headed this way? They're probably going to be exiting on the drag strip exit. So we don't take this exit. We exit one exit before, and we're sitting there just on the side of the road, just chilling out, cooling down. About 5 or so minutes later, we see 2 Crown Victorias with their lights on and a tow truck come flying by on the highway. And that was deep breaths, and we knew we had avoided jail time. So we found out that the guy with us in the Mustang, he got pulled over. He got a ticket for 142 miles per hour. And he said that we were so lucky, because if we had pulled over, we would all have gone to jail for street racing that night. And he said he just added the ticket to his drawer full of tickets, and I don't know what happened to Mark or how he ended up taking care of all those tickets, but we didn't go to jail that night, and he didn't go to the jail that night, so that night was a success. I'm not sure if we got on the highway or just took another road to the drag strip, but we got to the drag strip, and I don't think Mark showed up in the Mustang. I think he was just done for the night. I believe Travis's sister showed up, and she had a 2008 Bullet at the time, and we finished our night drag racing and having fun. So it was a good night.